Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my July favorites for you guys. I didn't get a chance to do a June favorites video, but I did do a summer beauty favorites. So if you want to check that out, I will link it in the description box below. But these are kind of like products that I loved throughout June and July. So these are definitely my favorites over the past few weeks. So I thought I would go ahead and share them with you. I did use a lot of these in my recent summer date night makeup tutorial. So if you want to see these products in action, I will link that video in the description box below or in a card right above my head. I hope that July was amazing for you guys, but I hope that August is even better. If you're going back to school, I hope that you have the best school year, and if you're not, I hope that you enjoy the last few weeks of summer. I don't think summer officially ends until September, but I am so excited for fall, especially because my room is like 100 degrees right now. It is so hot in here. So let's get into the video and let's jump into my favorites. So my first favorite is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I have been loving this a lot over the past few months. I've been mixing two colors, 112 Natural Ivory and 122 Creamy Beige. I wouldn't say this is like a perfect color match for me. It's a little bit too dark, but they're just the two that I had on hand. And 112 Natural Ivory is just a little bit too light for me. Although now that my tan is like completely gone, I'll probably just be going back to 112 Natural Ivory soon. But I love this foundation because it is a full coverage on my skin. I think when I first tried it, I thought it was more of like a medium coverage foundation, but it is super buildable and it doesn't get cakey as you build it, so you can definitely build it up to a full coverage finish. I also love this foundation because I do have oily skin and it's going to go on so beautifully and leave you with a really nice matte finish, but it's not overly matte. I've been using a lot of different foundations lately because my skin has been breaking out, and I feel like a lot of foundations kind of enhance the breakouts and just make them look more obvious, but I feel like this one leaves your skin matte. It kind of glides over those problem areas and it goes on really beautifully. If you guys want to see how it wears, I will link my tutorial in the description box below, but it has been my absolute favorite. I've been loving this concealer a lot lately. I think I might have included it in my summer beauty favorites, but it's just been one of my favorites. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, and I use the shade Light. This surprised me because I wasn't a huge fan of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I know that so many people loved it if they had oily skin, if they had dry skin, but I feel like for me, it made my skin so oily, it just did not look good on me, and I constantly retry it over and over thinking I'm going to like it. I haven't done it in a while, so maybe I'll give it another shot, but I really like this concealer. This concealer is going to be great for you if you have dry skin because it does have coconut water and a lot of other really hydrating ingredients, but even though I have oily skin, I think it's a great option. I feel like the under eye area is just a sensitive area, and I really struggle with like under eye wrinkles and under eye puffiness. I've just always had that, so I feel like certain concealers can really enhance it and make my under eyes look even worse, and this one just kind of glides over my under eye area. It really hydrates and brightens it, and it's so smooth and creamy. The only problem with this concealer is that it is $28, which I feel like is really expensive for a concealer. I am used to using drugstore concealers, so I feel like $28 is a pretty hefty price tag to shell out for a concealer, especially because it's not like a magical concealer. I like it for everyday wear, but I don't think it really has any kind of serious claims that are like way over the top for the price tag. I do like it, and I've been using mine for about 2 months, I want to say, ever since they were released, and I still have a ton of product left in the tube. So I do feel like it's worth the money in that it will last you. The only thing is if you want to spend $28 for just like a good everyday concealer. So I have a new eyeliner favorite. I am so excited about this because I've been using it for 3 months, and it's definitely replaced my Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner, and it is from the drugstore. So it's so much more affordable, and I just cannot get enough of it. So this is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. Elle from the channel, Elle is for Living, told me to try this a while ago, so I added it to my list. I finally tried it, and I love you, Elle, for recommending this to me because I cannot get enough of it. I feel like the brush makes this so easy to apply. It looks like a felt tip liner, but it's a really flexible brush, so it gives you a nice, easy application. It makes doing winged liners so simple, and I wouldn't say that I've really noticed a difference in my eyelashes growing because it does say that it's supposed to kind of boost your lashes, but I don't really care about that. I love how it goes on. It's so black and beautiful, and I feel like it is smudge proof on me. I definitely don't find it running all over the place. I don't know that I would say it's completely waterproof. If you were to go swimming or you have extremely oily eyelids, it might smudge off on you, but I really haven't noticed any problems, and it's definitely comparable to my Stila liner. So I just did a tutorial using Essence Cosmetics products, and I am like so late to the game game when it comes to Essence Cosmetics. I've gotten recommendations from you guys over the years to try their products, and I've tried a few of them and I've really enjoyed them, but I don't know I haven't like gone crazy and tried a bunch of their products until now. So their products are sold at Target now. I think that they just came into Target stores in 2016, and I don't know if they're available at every single Target, but I didn't realize they were at my Target until I went and looked for them, and they're like in a display back by the makeup, obviously. So I did pick up a ton of their products, and there were a few I didn't like. I honestly enjoyed most of them. So if you guys want to check out that video, I will link it below, but the two that were probably my favorite are their All About Eyeshadow Palettes. I believe they have 5 different options, and I think these are available exclusively at Target. They're only $5.49, so it's such a good deal, and I thought they were worth trying out. They are amazing. I cannot believe they're $5.49. Like, it seriously blows my mind. Even when I was filming that video, I was doing the voiceover and I started saying they were $10 because I thought they were. They're not. They're under $6, so it's a great deal. They come with 8 different shadows. So I have the bronze palette, which comes with 8 really beautiful shimmery colors. They tend to kind of lean, well, there's some warm and there's some cool tones. They're so beautiful. I feel like some of the shadows in this palette are comparable to shadows in the Urban Decay Naked palette. And then I also have the Nudes eyeshadow palette, and this one comes with 8 different shadows. This one definitely leans cool, so if you are a cooler toned fan, you might like this one. And then this palette has shimmery shades, but it has a lot of almost satin finish eyeshadows that look a little bit matte in the pan, but once you apply them, they're kind of more of a satin finish. And I just think they are so beautiful. You can totally create a look using these palettes on their own, or you can mix them with other palettes, and they're just a great thing to have in your collection. You really can't beat the price. So there are 2 different lip products that I've been loving this month. The first one is the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Dopey. This is literally always sold out because I feel like everybody wants this lip product. So if you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend it. It's only $6. I love the Ultra Satin lips because they're very comfortable on the lips, and they're not like kiss proof or transfer proof, but they definitely stay in place longer than a typical lipstick. And this color is just so beautiful for like the summertime, but more so like transitioning into fall and winter. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So if you can get your hands on this, I definitely recommend it. Another great option that might be a little bit more accessible, just a little bit more expensive, is the NUDESTIX Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Mystic. I think I got this in either a Play by Sephora box or an Ipsy bag, and I am not like a huge lip pencil, lip crayon person. I don't really reach for them, but I've been wearing this one so often. I think that this is just like a deluxe size sample, and I'm pretty sure the full size is bigger than this, but it's such a beautiful color. It just goes on really nicely, and it's definitely like a Your Lips But Better color, but it has a little bit more of like a pink undertone to it, and it is so beautiful. I wear it all the time. I keep it in my purse, and I just throw it on when I need something really simple and easy. I have been loving the Physicians Formula Glow Boosting Beauty Balm BB Bronzer Bronze Booster. It's like the longest name in the entire world, but this one's in the shade Light to Medium. I used it every single day in June and July, and I feel like now that I've lost like whatever little summer tan I did have, it's a little bit too orange for me, so I am switching up my bronzer right now. But I loved this for months, and I think that it is so beautiful, so blendable, so smooth. So if you have a little bit of a deeper skin tone than I do, this might work really well for you. It's just a really nice formula, and I have just been loving a lot of Physicians Formula products. My last favorite is the Laura Geller Baked Balance-n-Brighten Foundation in the shade Fair. I talked about this in my everyday makeup drawer, and a lot of you guys told me this actually comes in a lighter color, which is awesome. I'm going to have to pick that one up because this one's a little bit, I don't know, it's not too dark for me. It's a little bit confusing. I love the formula. I think it's a great option if you have very oily skin to set your foundation with a baked powder, because these are really great for oil control. And I feel like this formula in particular is nice because it's a nice medium coverage powder. So you can wear it on its own, or you can set your liquid foundation with it. My only problem is that I don't usually use like a large fluffy brush to set my foundation with powder. I usually use a pretty dense brush so I can get a good amount of powder on there and onto my face because my skin is so oily. So when I do that, I pick up a lot of the darker colors in this powder, and then it's just too dark once it goes on my face. So I wish that they made this without all of these like darker swirls in it, because I feel like if you have fair skin, I mean, even once you mix it all together, it's still going to be a little bit too dark. So I like the product. I just wish it came in like one color. Okay, you guys, those are all of my favorites throughout the months of June and July. Don't forget to leave me a comment below letting me know which products you have been loving, because I love getting your recommendations. And if you guys are looking for the videos that I talked about in this video, all you have to do is click the little eye above my head and a drop down menu will pop up with all of my related videos, or you can feel free to check the description box below. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.